Hello, my name is Stavros Yiannouka, and I'm the Chief Executive of WISE, the World Innovation Summit for Education, an initiative of the Qatar Foundation. WISE was established over 10 years ago by Qatar Foundation under the leadership of Her Highness Sheikh Hamza bin Nasser to identify, learn from, and enable innovation in education in order to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal of quality education for all. We do this because we know that a more educated world is a happier, healthier, more peaceful, and more prosperous world. The main challenges we're trying to address include how best to support sustainable and innovation within education, how to build the capacity of our key stakeholders, which of course include school leaders as well as learners of all ages, so that they're able to actively shape the future of education. And finally, how do we leverage collective intelligence towards building a global ecosystem that is capable of solving some of the education sector's most pressing issues, chief amongst which is in fact how do we scale innovation effectively. Some of our main priorities include our newly launched Innovation Hub, which serves as an engine for developing, testing, and scaling innovations within the learning environment. And we want innovations that seek to put personalized learning and well-being at the heart of the education enterprise. Now, with the help of the Innovation Hub, our network of schools will be able to share best practices and research in order to collaboratively evolve and scale their innovations. We have a year-long fellowship program for emerging leaders that aims to cultivate the next generation of systems leaders in education. Now, through this community, we hope to encourage, again, knowledge sharing and capacity building, and to empower young talent within the education sector to accelerate positive transformation for their organizations and the communities in which they operate, and indeed the whole world. Recently, just last year, we launched a learning ecosystems program that challenges local communities to rethink what education in its broadest sense means and encourages them to utilize all available assets and resources to create learning opportunities for all citizens, both inside and outside the classroom. At the heart of this program are young people, and WISE aims to equip them with the skills necessary to help them implement the change they hope to see in education. The program is in fact based on the idea that learners are and should be co-creators of their own learning and the environment in which that learning takes place. They are active stakeholders invested in the future of their learning and that of their communities. Of course, WISE is also interested in the role that technology can play in transforming education, and that's why we have the WISE Accelerator program, which has been running for 6 years and has supported the development of EdTech startups from around the world. We want to see how technology can transform classrooms worldwide. Now, this year, we've also extended that program to include an education technology testbed, a project that aims to observe how pedagogy and learning design can be enriched through technology, what works, what doesn't, and why. And finally, it would be remiss of me not to mention our two most established and prestigious programs, which are, of course, the WISE Awards and the WISE Prize for Education. These were some of the first programs launched by WISE, and they seek to identify and celebrate innovation in education and the people behind that innovation in education. What am I most proud of that I would like to celebrate on the International Day of Education? That's a difficult choice to make, but I think I would need to highlight amongst a number of achievements the fact that this year WISE, the year that's passed, 2020, the year of the pandemic, WISE launched a 3-part online forum series titled Education Disrupted, Education Reimagined. And as a result of that, in collaboration with Salzburg Global Seminar and others, we put together an ebook that featured stories, testimonials, and learnings from key stakeholders across 98 countries on how they responded to the COVID-19 crisis and the ways they used the experience of this pandemic to reimagine and transform education in their communities. That, I believe, is a timely contribution that WISE has made to an active and ongoing crisis that the education sector is confronting. I've already mentioned the WISE EdTech Testbed. WISE has always been interested in the role that technology can play to support innovation in the classroom. Our EdTech Accelerator program has been able to support the knowledge and skills building of startup founders and their team. But this year, we're enriching this program by launching the EdTech Testbed, a project that not only aims to build a sustainable bridge between EdTech ventures and local schools, but also create an ongoing research initiative that's capable of providing teachers and school leaders with a deeper understanding of EdTech and its potential for classroom learning. And finally, I do want to mention that amidst the disruption of the COVID-19 pandemic, the education sector faced significant challenges that required rapid adjustment. WISE itself was no exception. Despite the unprecedented circumstances, the team at WISE were not afraid to explore new opportunities for collaboration within our global network. And in many ways, we sought to leverage the uncertainty and use it as an opportunity to reimagine the education status quo. Whether it was through the publication of the ebook that I've just mentioned, our 3-part online forum, or the launch of our education testbed, we aim to create new pathways to innovation, both for ourselves and our global partners. I think one of the ongoing obstacles that we as WISE are facing is how do we continue to drive sustainable innovation as we navigate the pandemic. You know, as COVID, I think, has put us at a tipping point in education where there is a real opportunity to see transformation occur within the global system, but at the same time, we need to really work hard to collectively build a shared vision of what learning means in the 21st century. Oftentimes, efforts like these tend to very quickly fragment with each country, each region going its own way, and the reason why it exists is really to help create bridges and ensure that as a globe and as a global community, we're moving towards a shared and sustainable system that's capable of powering human and economic development for the 21st century.